Hey, this Omar just on here, recapping the Monday night game between the Patriots and the Cardinals, and just the game was I mean it was like an old school kind of Patriots game. You feel me? They leaned on the defense and the running game. More so than anything. I mean, well, the big news was, first quarter, Murray went down and changed, the entire complexion of the whole game from that point forward. And so, you hope he have like a speedy recovery with that. He getting hurt in December. So, hopefully he got time enough to be ready for training camp and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's a tricky injury, and for when you lose like that shiftiness that he got. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it don't take a lot away from his game. And so, like I was saying, hope he come back stronger than he was before. So, the game was, like I said, just old school Patriots kind of game. You look at it, both of them was kind of trashy on third down. You know, the Patriots was 3 of 11 on third down. The Cardinals was 4 of 14. And then, for fourth down, since they was playing comeback, Cardinals was 1 of 5. They it was 69 plays to 57 for the Patriots. And then the yards was about a wash, 328 for the Patriots, 323 for the Cardinals. And time possession, 33 minutes for the Cardinals and 26 for the Patriots. Patriots really ain't do too much on offense. And Mac Jones had over 200 yards, but he really should have had more. He had 235, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. But the running game though, the running game was solid, 103. Uh Pierre Strong Jr., he had 5 carries, 70 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then, the other young dude, Harris, he had 8 for 26. He came in with a touchdown. But, and then Stevenson getting hurt, that's a big deal right there. That's a big loss for them. And, depending on the injury, it's significant because he's the best out of the running back run in the running back room, but they got some solid, contributors that they'll be okay. Stevenson with them, they just be, Stevenson that dude. But then you get both the Harrises and then Strong Jr., they're gonna be able to, it'll still have a solid run game, going forward. Uh Hunter Henry, he had 3 for 70 on 3 targets. Bourne had on 5 targets, he caught 5 for 47, and Aguilar on 10 targets caught 5 for 32. And so Parker, he had 2 targets, caught 2 for 24. But I guess if you're gonna try to guess, because that's all you doing with the Patriots passing game, the dude that they, if it ain't Myers, because Myers was hurt, so if Myers ain't out there, I guess the second dude would be Parker, but Parker got banged up, so he just started targeting Aguilar the most, So it's just a bad passing game all around overall. We could tell Mac Jones' growth is stunted since he lost Josh McDaniels to the Raiders. So, you got Matt Patricia. He don't know, he don't know shit, and he calling offense, and so that ain't really his expertise. So the offense is gonna look kind of like hard to watch some games. But you could definitely tell Mac Jones his progression, then went back and whatnot. But uh oh, damn, hold on. Yeah, so I was just saying that the Mac Jones not having Josh McDaniels has hurt him a whole lot, and he seemed like he did one of them guys where he gonna need that type of person in his ear, to kind of give him confidence or whatever. Because if it's up to Bill Belichick, it seemed like just don't lose the fucking game. He probably pressed them dudes out like look, just don't do no dumb shit. Don't be turning the ball over, and we'll do all right. And for the most part, that works. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lost Murray on the other side, so they had to go with Colt McCoy. And so he threw for 246. So it's kind of like they kind of are the same guy, both of them, Mac Jones and Colt McCoy. They skill set is about the same. With you probably give McCoy a little bit of an edge because of his experience, but it's kind of like you looking at the same guy. He got sacked 6 times. I mean, the Patriots was on his ass. Uh, Running the ball, they ran for 113, which is good. Connor had 85 on 15 carries and a touchdown. And receiving the ball, Hopkins had 7 for 79 on 11 targets. Robbie Anderson caught 4 for 50. Marquise Brown was he had 8 targets, caught 4 for 34. And Connor had 7 targets, caught 6 for 29. And yeah, that was it though. It's kind of unfortunate for the Cardinals because like they were saying last night during the telecast, um, that Connor, Hollywood Brown, Hopkins, Ertz, and Murray all didn't play in one game together. And so when you was looking at the season and you was just forecasting, you was gonna be like, yeah, they was gonna be pretty solid on offense, and you could see like when Hopkins wasn't there, Ertz was contributing a whole lot, and Marquise Brown was, he was kind of touchy go. They didn't really get that same chemistry like they had back in college, but that offense should be good. I mean, they got some good personnel. You also had people like Moore. He's a solid number 3. You still got AJ Green and Dorcher. He kind of was or Dortch. He was kind of doing some things early while everybody was hurt, and so he was finding his way in the rotation. So they got some decent pieces moving forward in the future, but it's just the quarterback and the coach got to be on the same page, and that just seemed to be the issue for most of the year. And defensive wise, they ain't really do too much. Zach Allen had a sack, quarterback hits, they only had one, so they ain't really do too much as far as slowing down the Patriots and whatnot. But what was very impressive about the Patriots was their defense. I mean, 6 sacks ain't nothing to sneeze at. Judon, he was terrorizing for most of the night. And then the guy Ooch had 3 sacks, so it's possible he probably gonna be player of the week. And 4 QB hits. He was just a madman out there. They always gonna with them. You going to say even if wins and losses, the beginning of the year, they defense is always kind of like hit or miss, but then as the season progresses, the defense starts, getting it. And then they got some nice people as far as like some young people that they working with. Ooch, Judon definitely is thorough. Jonathan Jones has played good and made J.C. Jackson expendable. They got Raekwon McMillan. People that know him know he all right. They got Jabril Peppers, and he's solid. Adrian Phillips. He's solid. So they got some. Wise Jr. And so they got a good rotation to mix with vets and young dudes. And so with him, as long as he got that, he gonna just lean on the run game, especially since he don't really trust the quarterback too much. So it was just like I said earlier, just typical Patriots kind of game, heavy defense and run game to seal the win. So we gonna see how they end the season. That win boosted them up to the 7th seed, and they bumped the Chargers out. So for the time being, with 4 games to go, which means pretty much like a month left in the season, for most teams, they right there at the 7th spot. If they get in there and they face KC, they're gonna get throttled. So, who they probably match up better with is, say, if they had to face a team like Tennessee or Baltimore, they kind of, you know, will have more of a fighting chance against them teams as opposed to the those Cincinnati's and and Buffalo and and uh and KC. I don't think they match up. Maybe Buffalo because they know each other. But last year, you saw how they kind of got ran out of Buffalo, because Buffalo just dominated their ass. So um, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. All right, thanks for listening.